everyone. Right, so, for more than 12 years, this country has been plagued with cuts and austerity and privatisation to our public services. This has been done by Tory governments and councils. The supporters of this corrupt capitalist system used to say the next generation is better off than the last, but this is clearly no longer the case. As young people face 0-hour contracts, low pay, and cheap housing is ruled out, let alone tuition fees as well, of course, and as, of course, the climate catastrophe caused by the short-term thinking profit system. Mostly all things in the public sector have been cut, from the NHS to transport, from bin collection to education. It has all been cut. Should we take these cuts lying down, or should we stand up and fight these cuts? I don't know about you, but I say we stand up and fight. People are dying due to cuts in the NHS. Children are walking alone in the dark due to a lack of a Sunday service and cut bus routes. Children are going hungry due to government cutting funding for free school meals in the holidays. Nurses, teachers, and any of the other public sector workers are choosing between heating and eating. These are the people educating our children. These are the people saving lives. These people who are clapped for during the pandemic for risking their lives. And yet people who have never worked a day in their lives, who happen to be in power, are cutting public services and workers paid to benefit their already bloated profits. Berkshire Trade Unionist and Socialist Coalition started a campaign, along with others, against bus cuts earlier this year, as we're sick and tired of not just cuts against buses, but against all public services. Now Reading buses have cut many services in the past. For example, in my village Risley, the 7 used to go all the way to Fleet. Now a part of the 600 only goes as far as Risley. The 8 and the 9 were absorbed into the 600 and used to have a Sunday service. Now they don't, as well as have it causing overcrowding due to having a less frequent service on that branch. Reading buses have also raised the price of the fares of the buses, and now I have to spend £19 a week to go to college. This is ridiculous. In a time of climate change and the cost of living crisis, we must have affordable, frequent and reliable public transportation. Berkshire thus demands the reinstatement of all cut bus routes since 2020. Keep Reading buses under public ownership, but under democratic workers and local community control. Commitment to these services and a guarantee that they won't be cut. For the reinstatement of a Sunday service is on most bus routes. For most bus routes to have an hourly or more frequent service. For Reading buses to lower the fares to at least the prices before September 5th. Support for a pay rise for bus drivers and support for bus strikes. We also need a people's budget to reverse the 12 years of cuts and austerity. Anyone can stand for Tusk, as long as they agree with being against cuts and our main core principles. Why not come to our public meeting at Risk on the 22nd of November to discuss standing as an anti-cuts candidate? But what's the solution? How are we going to achieve it? How are we going to stop the government and councils cutting our services? Well, we need a new opposition. Labour has proven that they don't care about the working class. They have cut and privatised services, which hunted lots of left Labour members and stopped their own members standing on picket lines. And this is why we need to bring these strikes together. We need coordinated action as we're stronger together, leading to a 24-hour general strike. We must kick out these rotten Tories out of our governments and our councils. But we also need a political alternative, a trade union-based new mass party, where workers and young people are welcomed and can discuss fighting back against cuts and austerity. Solidarity.